Hello and welcome to another episode of Joe's Jukebox. It is episode 4, and I have my lovely friends in Fosh here today. It's a family affair at the 2822 Now Streaming Center. We have Nico, Luca, and Dante Schwartz, 3 brothers that are all in the same band. Hi guys, how you doing?
How's it going, Joey?
What's up?
So, welcome to the show. Glad to have you on. It was going to happen sometime, going to happen eventually. But if you don't know, I am in a band of Kansas Ad Trees, and Fosh are very good friends of us. 2 members in my band, Maddox and Stone, have been friends with the Schwartzes for a very, very long time. And, you know, I got introduced to them, and we became friends again, and we're sharing band members, and we share tours. We share almost everything with these guys. What do you think?
Anything we don't share is kind of not as good. It's just the best, playing shows with you guys and practicing and all that stuff.
Yeah, especially now, we don't really play shows as much now, so it's whenever we get an opportunity, we just hope it's with you guys, and that's why we're so excited for the one coming up, because we love playing with you guys, and the most fun part is just having the gang all back together, having Stone in, and it's always just a good time.
Yeah, so Stone plays drums for If Kansas Had Trees, and he plays drums for Fosh. Luca plays guitar and sings in Fosh, and he also plays guitar often in If Kansas Had Trees. And Nico has been known to play bass every now and then.
I played bass. The first show I ever played was I played bass for you guys at Rockology.
Yeah.
And then I have filled in a couple times on guitar, but I think that's pretty much a thing in the past now. I always give it to Luca.
You never know. You never know.
So yeah, but what Fosh is the 3 brothers plus Stone. And tell me, what's everybody's role in Fosh?
So I'm one of the lead vocalists, and I do rhythm guitar.
I do lead guitars and harmonies mostly, and then some random stuff, but those are the 2 main things.
I just play bass for us live, and I just sing on a few songs.
You're one of the lead singers.
Yeah, come on.
Cool. So yeah, appreciate you having you on here, and thanks for coming out. It is Black Friday on the day that we're recording this, so a little after the holidays. Maybe a little sluggish because after Thanksgiving. But you were mentioning show coming up, and I know all the details, but the people listening do not. What is coming up on December 6th?
All right, well, yeah, so on December 6th, we are playing a show with If Kansas Had Trees in Morgantown, and the significance behind this show is that, our best friend Maddox, and he's obviously, as Joey mentioned, in Kansas, he's graduating from West Virginia in December, so this is, his final, last hurrah send-off show in Morgantown, so, he's having all of his friends come out. We're going to try and make it a really wild show. So it's also the first time we've gotten to play with Kansas in a long time. Our friend, Stone's going to be in. Our buddy Roman, who's also, it would be wrong to not give Roman a shout out on this podcast. He helps their band out and our band out a lot. So we're just all going to be together. Probably we're going to have a real good time. It's going to be a really fun show.
It's a great venue, too. 123 Pleasant. Great sound, great vibes. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, that's going to be If Kansas Had Trees' 3rd time playing 123 Pleasant. And is it Fosh's first, or is it your second?
It's our second. We actually, weirdly, we played the first. When was it that we played? Was it last winter?
Fall or winter or something, yeah.
It was last whenever. But it was weirdly, we actually didn't play with Kansas. But it was a really fun show. I think Maddox actually filled in on bass for us that show.
Yeah,
it was a really fun show. It's a great venue, great sound.
That
they
show
got a bar, which is really nice.
Yeah, that show is the show that kicked off Maddox's bass playing career. Actually, I believe that was the first time he played bass.
Actually, the first time Max played bass was our very first show ever. He played for us back in 20. I have no idea.
21.
21. Is that the first Rockology show?
No.
It was.
Yeah. Holy cow.
That was the first show we ever played. Ago. We were on our ugly Christmas sweaters.
Yeah.
And we played Your Graduation, and we covered the middle, and then played Seconds and When You're Gone. That was our full set.
Yeah, that's all right. So to give us a little breakdown for people who don't know who Fosh is. What would you say your sound is? I just did air quotes. You didn't see me. What is your sound? What do you? When people ask me this question in our band, I have no idea how to answer it. So I'm interested to hear what you guys have to say. What do you think? Who do you compare yourselves to? What do you think your genre is, and all that kind of stuff?
It is a tough question to answer, and it's one that like you really try not to sound insufferable when answering it. But I would say generally we're a pop punk / emo band. Alternative rock. We have a lot of '90s influence. At least I'd like to think that. Yeah. What do you?
Yeah, I think if you really like peel everything back, the roots really come down to '90s alt rock. You know, Green Day, Smashing Pumpkins, Weezer, and then in liking those bands and being from Northeast PA, obviously there's a lot of more recent influences like Toto Fight, Tiger's Jaw. You know, exactly what
Modern
you'd expect.
baseball.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Well, you did a better job than I do when people ask me what I sound like. So yeah, you have a couple releases already out. There's music that you can listen to. There's also potentially music incoming in 2026. But you guys, out of anybody that I know, are the most critical of yourselves when it comes to talking about your own music. And I just want to say I find the EP and the entire album both absolutely great, but you guys have different opinions. So
Yeah,
We appreciate that.
Yeah,
first
but
of all,
thank you for hyping us up. Yeah, I'm happy to like elaborate on that.
yeah.
Yeah, he'll talk about it forever.
Yeah, don't let me go on for too long. But yeah, so we put out our first EP, I think it was in the fall of 2022, and it was just a collection of like 6 songs that we kind of had on the back burner for a while, kind of stuff we started writing like I think my senior year of high school, his sophomore year. And it's like looking back on it, we actually all really enjoy that EP. Like we think there are like really good songs on there that I'll still sometimes go out of my way to listen to now and then. I think they're good fun songs, they're simple.
Yeah, I think sometimes just your first release, like there's some sort of like magic that you capture sometimes, just like you don't really know anything about anything, and sometimes that comes out bad, but in this case I think it actually worked out to create some cool kind of vibes.
Dante, any thoughts?
Big fan of Dreamcatcher.
Yeah, I still think it's one of our best songs and kind of something we're trying to do more with our sound now.
Yeah, if you're curious for what's to come, just listen to Dreamcatcher. It's pretty much exactly what's to come.
But
Cool. So you guys, bit on the younger side, especially Dante. So people that I was telling my coworker, I'm like, yeah, I got Fosh, and he's like, who's that? And he's like in his 30s. And I'm like, they're what's next. They're the young and the up and coming guys. Now, Nico, you're not that younger than me, but Dante, you're still in high school, if I'm not correct,
Yes,
if I'm not wrong,
yeah.
right?
Senior.
Yeah. So you're in your senior year of high school right now. Are you going to colleges?
Yeah. Mhm.
That's crazy. How's that going?
It's going well. I think I'm going to plan on going to Westchester.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Nice. You don't have to verbally commit anywhere on Joe's Jukebox. But that's cool to hear. But yeah, Nico, Luca, how old are you guys?
I'm 23.
I'm 20.
Yeah. So when you guys play bars and stuff, do you ever come into situations where it's like, we got a high schooler, our guy's 20, and but our lead singer's 20, or one of our singers is 23. So whatever. I mean, because like I've played the V spot before, and there's no problems there.
Yeah.
But there's other places that give you hard times, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm
right?
always
Yeah.
getting problems.
Yeah.
I'm always getting
Who was
problems. I'm
just-
like 6 months away, and like it's like an event if I'm just playing a show at a bar usually.
It was just like that one of those shows we played together in the summer, where we played that place in Philly, and they were like, they basically almost didn't let us play, and then they're like, they compromised and let us play, but then they were like, you could like, we weren't allowed to like hang around before our set. We like had to go in, play our set, and then they told us basically just get like the F out, and we couldn't even like watch our friend's set, and that was like kind of annoying.
They were serious about it. Like they really followed me around and like came to look for me and stuff. And like it was funny. They were actually looking for me. But like I get it, you know, you gotta follow rules, you know, different places might have different reasons for that, but it is inconsistent, so sometimes you get into funny
Yeah.
situations like that.
Yeah, you kind of have to be prepared for anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what makes me angry about that is literally it might have been 6 months before. So we played that show together, If Kansas Had Trees and Fosh, Wild Red in 2319. That was an awesome bill in Philly. But we we sent an email literally months and months in advance. Hey, Fosh has guys that are under 21. Like, is this cool? Whatever. And the manager's like, yeah, no problem. Like, you'll be fine. I'll let everybody who's working know. The second we get there, the bouncer's like, you're not allowed in here, dude. And it was like,
he was acting like so like holier than thou, and like he acted like when he let me in, he was like, do me a huge favor. And it's like, we cleared this, dude. Like we were allowed to do this.
what drove me crazy, I was like, we put up the email, like, call this manager. He's going to be mad at you for bothering him right now because it's a Saturday or it's a Friday or a Saturday night. And, like, he's going to be mad that he's going to tell you exactly the same thing we're showing you in this email right now. And they're like, yeah, we'll see about that. And so,
it's so funny too. Like, I don't think there could be a person in the world you'd be less worried about drinking than me. Like, I'll literally it'd be like, put X's on my hands. Like, I have no intention of drinking. I'm the driver half the time. Like, I don't care, and I'm still just like, I get problems.
yeah. And that show, Dante wasn't there though, right?
That was a Roman show.
I think that's why
Unfortunately.
sometimes I've gotten more of those, because Dante just hasn't been able to make all of them,
Yeah.
just being in high school and stuff.
Yeah, I think any bar show we hit with Dante, it's just been one like around here, like at the V Spot or something, where like there hasn't been issues.
It's funny though. I think there was the one.
I had an issue once.
You did?
I think you were just going to see Kansas.
It was at a Kansas show.
and he was like confined to the merch area. or
Oh,
something.
yeah.
I had to watch
I
it on that
remember
little screen in the back.
Where was
and then
that?
it cut out. It was at the V Spot.
Oh, really? It was?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they might have kind of laxed up as
Yeah.
the night went on a little bit, but
I mean, at least that was a show where we weren't actually playing that. I think that was a show you guys
Yeah,
were playing, and
it's
he
a
was
little
just kind of
different.
coming as like a fan. So
Yeah.
you get that. Everyone has their reasons for it, you know. I do kind of get it.
I mean, I also get it. You don't want to have underage. You don't want to be letting underage people into your bar.
Yeah.
But if you're also gonna be like, hey, we're gonna pay this band to play at our place, it's like, and they happen to be underage, it's like, put yourself in an awkward situation. But hey, that puts you in a good spot. If you're the one stirring up issues that because you're too young, like, you know what, you're just on. That means you're on the right path.
exactly,
Exactly. I want to hear a little bit about how the songwriting process goes with Fosh, because everybody does it differently. We have our way. We just had Pucker up on. They were talking about how they do it. The Pollen guys, they're super cool. They were talking about how, like, and it's just interesting to hear everybody's different perspective on how they write their own music. And is it typical? Is there a usual outline of what happens? Does somebody come in with a riff? Or do you guys have like full songs done? I know it's different now a little bit more because you don't live in the same house anymore. But what's the vibe? What's usually happening when you guys are writing music?
I think the best way to say it, like globally, like in general, is like we have a few main formulas that we follow. And I think one of them, sometimes it starts with me. Like you said, I come with a riff or like a musical song. And a lot of times I'll then give it to one of these two to kind of like write the lyrics and kind of really turn it into more of a song than just like a musical thing. And then you do your own thing sometimes.
yeah. Like
too.
sometimes Don and I also like kind of have like the basic outline of a song written, and then we'll like kind of take it to Luca and Stone, and like he'll add leads, and like Stone will add drum parts and whatnot. So those are kind of the two main formulas that we've followed for the most part. But we are also kind of just trying to like let things, like for this time around, for our newer stuff, kind of let things come more organically, just kind of in a jam room with Stone, and just kind of letting things come together more naturally. We had a really good songwriting, like last summer, we had like a really, really good songwriting session in Roman's basement. We like three of all the songs did like exist to a certain degree before this, but it was just three of us and Stone. We went into Roman's basement and like we just finished the three of them in one sitting, and it was just like
That was awesome. That
And,
was
like,
such a
yeah.
great feeling. But I think like just to sum, like one of us will come with like the baseline idea of a song, and then everyone else will come in and then finish it, pretty much.
yeah, that's like kind of the overarching main formula.
That's cool. So somebody brings the main idea in, and then it expands from there together.
Right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
super collaborative. I love that. So we're going to take a very quick break. And when we come back, we'll talk about maybe some of your favorite shows you've played, maybe some of your least favorite shows you've played. Who knows? I know you guys have some good stories, but we'll be right back. You're watching Joe's Jukebox. Hello and welcome back to Joe's Jukebox. I am your host, Joe Nardone, joined today by possibly the favorite music friends in the scene. It's Fosh, Nico, Dante, and Luca, the brothers that make up Fosh, including Stone, the drummer. He is not here today. He lives in Chicago now. So that's tough. That's tough because he's also my drummer. So we all know how that feels. But
We all miss him very much.
yeah, we do miss him a lot. Stone, if you do listen to this, maybe it's gonna be in 6 months when you finally get time to do it. We do miss you, bro. But yeah, Fosh here on Joe's Jukebox. How you guys feeling so far?
Good. Yeah, we're feeling great.
Good.
This is fun.
Great time.
First time I've been on a podcast.
Cool.
Second time.
I think
with
you've done one
Popco.
before.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Second time.
Yeah.
That was the one who was on Zoom.
Yeah.
And Dante looked
Oh,
like
yeah,
he
that was
was in a
actually a really
dungeon.
fun one too. That was a great.
Ugh.
I'm 23 now. I'm getting all my memories going.
Yeah, sure, whatever you say, man. But before we hit break, I wanted to talk about some of your favorite shows. We'll talk about some of maybe your not as favorite shows, but I want to hear the good first. What are some standout faux shows? I know Luca, you're playing a bunch of bands now, so it might get mixed, it might get blurred. But for
Yeah.
faux, what are some of your favorite faux memories?
I do think like the best show I ever played was last summer, like summer 24, with you guys when we were on our little mini tour and we played that Philly show. That was unreal.
Yeah.
Energy was crazy. Like the one and only time I've ever been at a show where people who I'd never seen before in my life like knew the words to our songs. That was wild.
Yeah, when I saw people singing, I was like, "What's going on? Like, I don't know these people." Like, once in a while, you'll get it around here, and you kind of recognize the people. But that was an awesome feeling at that show. The energy was just amazing too. That tour had a couple of really good ones. That was on 2 summers ago. We did a tour with Kansas. Another great one was in Pittsburgh at one of our favorite old venues, West Egg. It was also just a house. It was a very similar vibe, actually. And it was just great energy, just awesome vibes, just so much fun.
Yeah, a couple of the best shows that we've ever played have been at West Egg in Pittsburgh. We love playing there.
And also, you got to go back to our very first one with just the greats in Estakota and University Drive. That they really helped give us our start, and that was just a great show with a couple of our favorite bands ever. Really like introduced us to the scene and everything.
Yeah, that was like the first like it was the second show we ever played and the first like kind of big like show. We were really just playing our own stuff that we ever played, and it was so much fun. Yeah.
I think Dante was like 14 at the time or
Yes,
something.
I was. And I
Remember
my
you couldn't
guitar
even-
cut out.
I was before you even play guitar on stage. You just had a guitar as like a prop.
Yeah,
It wasn't
uh-huh.
even plugged in.
Well,
Well,
no,
it
he
was
played
supposed
it-
to be for Visionary Dream.
Yeah.
though.
Oh, but you
No, it was
like,
plugged in. I don't think you stepped
I
on the
just think
distortion pedal
Oh,
or
yeah,
something.
that's
So
right.
it was like just a completely clean signal, and
Yeah.
stuff happens. Still one of our best shows.
It happens.
That's awesome. Was that a Clarky's Billiard show? Is that
No,
or
we
what-
did. We
what-
have played with UD at Clarky's Billiards, and it was a
Yeah.
great show. That was
Keystone Stage.
Keystone Stage.
That was a cool
Ah.
spot. We've only
Yeah.
played there once, but that was awesome.
That's up near where JL Studios.
Yeah,
is,
it's like
right?
almost like right on the same street.
Same building, actually. I think.
Yeah, so got to give a huge shout out to JL Studios, Joe Oftis and Jay Preston. I mean, 2 awesome guys in the first spot, but amazing sound engineers and recording. Like they've recorded everything Fosh has done. They've recorded the If Kansas Had Trees album, and I haven't heard anything come out of that studio that I haven't been like, that sounds nice.
Yeah, we can't talk good. We can't say more good things about them. Like they're so. I mean, first and foremost, like Joey said, just great dudes. Like just so easy to work with, very supportive, and like they know what they're doing. They get you sounding right. Now Luca, he knows more about like actually producing and sound, so he could probably speak more on that. But yeah, like they get us sounding right, and we love going there.
They just do it right. They know exactly how to make things sound good, but they don't ever overdo it. They know how to give you the sound that you need, and they're just very like accommodating too. Like I remember when we first time we ever recorded there, like we were kind of in over our heads, had no idea what to expect, and not only did they make us feel comfortable, but they actually made us sound really good. So they really are the best there.
Yeah, like you said, like I can't say enough good things about him. If you're looking to record locally, it doesn't break the bank either.
It's so reasonable,
Like-
and like for us at our age, like that's so important for us too. Like, it's just awesome.
Yeah, like we don't have a lot of money, and like it was affordable, and like I think they understand that, and they're there to just help you get your songs sounding good.
Yeah, totally. So we've talked about good shows. What about some of the more dubious and not as exciting shows? Because listen, we've all been there. We've all played stinkers. But was there any that have, like, I know you have a couple fun stories that you like to talk about. So.
There's two in particular that come to my mind.
Yeah.
It's the bad Philly one. Remember?
Oh my God, I forgot about that one. Yeah.
And then the Baltimore one.
Baltimore.
There's got to be
Oh
one
my
at
God.
Roboto too.
Dude, we also, there have been some stinkers out in Pittsburgh too.
Yeah, we played some. Yeah,
But some great ones too, not hating, but yeah, I think the first one that for me I think because I booked it, it was also on that tour we were talking about a couple summers ago. And, of course, Maddox basically did everything, booked everything, like literally did everything. I was like, I got Baltimore. I got it. And it was terrible. Literally 0 people showed up. There was no one in the crowd.
We literally played to If Kansas Had Trees, and then the 3 members of the other band, and that was it. There was
and their 2 girlfriends.
Their 2 girlfriends.
Can't forget about those
That
2
is
girlfriends
true.
that were there.
But outside of that, nobody. Literally nobody came.
And what's crazy about that show was that it was during Pride Month, and there was a drag show going on, and the bar, we were playing
that's
upstairs,
right.
and there was a bar below us, and it was packed. It was awesome. I went down there. I was like, I want to watch this, because they were just having the most fun time. It looked like an awesome show, and then they're like making so much noise, and it was like at some points it was so quiet upstairs we were playing, like you heard the like bar downstairs going crazy, and we were just like, oh man. But you know what? We remember that one more than like some of the other shows.
I know. Like I look
Such a
back.
good
I look
memory.
back on that fondly. It was fun. It was.
Dude, remember the people on horseback?
Yeah.
Dude, there were people going down the. You tell.
I mean, like we're just like in the city in Baltimore. It was. Who was it? Were any of you guys?
No, I missed almost all
were
the
you
funny
there?
moments
Did
that happened
you
on that
actually see it,
tour.
Joey?
No, I didn't see. It was you
I
and
think
Maddox.
It was me and then Maddox and Stone. We
Yeah.
were in the van, like getting a snack or something, and we just looked down the street, and there's just like this group of guys just riding down the street on horseback. It was.
Yeah.
I mean, this is like Baltimore. This is right in the middle of the city.
Yeah,
Like
We weren't in
dudes
like
on
the
horses.
Amish country. This was like right in Baltimore. It was hysterical.
But
It
yeah,
was awesome.
I think that feeling, this is like Nico mentioned, that very first Philly one we did, like, you get there, you're like, all right, obviously no one's there yet. You're just hanging out, having a good time. You start looking around, you're like, no one's going to come. You're like, you get the realization of like, no one's here yet. And it's like 2 minutes from doors and we still have to play. But it's always fun
Yeah,
in its
it's part
own
of
way. It's always fun in its own way.
Yeah, I mean that show. There's always the danger of the mixed bill too.
True.
People love a mixed bill. A lot of people love mixed bills. Mixed bills are awesome. We love playing with hardcore bands, and those are always super fun shows. But then there's on the other side of the mixed bill is the one where it's too much of a genre blend, too much going on, and nobody cares. And that's the one that stinks. But yeah, we could talk about booking shows and some stinkers a lot, but I want to focus on some more positive stuff. New music coming up.
Yeah.
Will it be released in 2026? Are we?
We hope so.
No, guaranteed.
Yeah.
Winter of 2026, you're gonna get that'll be at least the start of the new songs.
Mm-hmm.
We have 6 now that are, I would say, 99.9% recorded, mixed, mastered, all of it. And now we just have to go back, make a couple edits right after Christmas, and it should be rolling out like pretty much right after.
So you have studio time booked?
Yeah, we have like what
2 days in the winter.
I think we have 2 days to kind of go back and just finish up those 6 songs, and then after that, like hopefully sometime over the spring and summer, kind of go back and like do 6 more and kind of like get it like somewhere like the 10 to 12 song range of.
So you're looking for another album then?
Yes,
You're
like
gonna do another album?
that's the end goal.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, we're really excited about these songs. I think, like you said, we tend to be a little critical, but I think we're all, for the first time, in agreement. Like, like 6 months out of actually recording them now, we're like, we still like these songs. We really like these songs.
I still, yeah,
Yes.
we were like, yeah, we recorded them in the summer, and I still don't hate them yet. So that's like a really good sign.
For Nico, I mean,
It's crazy for Nico.
I can't believe he's saying that.
That's awesome.
So yeah, we're excited. We're very excited about them.
There is I've heard a couple of them now, and there are some really awesome songs in there. So I'm excited. We'll have when the album's coming out, we'll have you back on, and then we'll get. If anyone's wondering, Joe's Jukebox does not have any music playing on the shows yet, but in the future we're gonna have music on the show, so, which makes, I think, sense. But when we get, by the time their album's coming out, we'll be able to play a couple tracks off of that.
Yeah, that'll be awesome.
And we'll show them on the podcast, and we'll get the date. We'll get to hear them on here. Maybe we'll get you on a little before, and we'll debut them. That would be fun.
That would be really
That's
fun.
actually a great
That'd be
idea.
awesome.
Little sneak preview of the album on Joe's Jukebox.
I like that idea.
Cool. So, and there is no feeling like listening to your unreleased music, like on, like, you have to like pull up your like downloaded files and and like that, and then you show them to like your friends and family and stuff.
Oh, it's so fun.
And there is nothing like that feeling. So I appreciate me being one of the people that got to listen to some of these tracks beforehand. So thank you guys. Fosh has a lot of great stuff coming up. They'll be in West Virginia on December 6th, but they will be playing more as they get closer to releasing more music. And just follow them. Where should we follow you to get all the most updated Fosh information?
I would just probably our Instagram.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Fosh.band. It should come right up, hopefully.
Yeah, that's definitely where we do the most posting, and yeah, any information, any shows, releases, it's all on the Instagram.
All right, cool. Well, thank you to my very good friends Nico, Luca, and Dante for coming on to Joe's Jukebox today.
Thanks for having us on.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, hey, love you guys, and I knew that when I was starting this show, I knew he was gonna have you on. So, thank you so much for folks for coming on the show. We'll have more Joe's Jukebox as it further on develops. We'll get music playing on here soon, and thank you for tuning in. Joe Nardone here with Nico, Luca, and Dante from Fosh. Have a great rest of your time and stay safe.